part 3 of our chronic pain series with Dr. Darshan Kaur.
Hello. We're talking about chronic pain and how to manage our thoughts and feelings whilst living with chronic pain.
I know you've taught me this before, about how when you experience pain, it's never just where you have pain that's involved, because those signals have to go from that area up to the brain, and the brain has to process those signals, and then it gives you the perception of what you feel, which is pain in that area. But when it goes up to the brain, a lot of things influence that output, like your fears, your history, whether you've had that problem before, and how you're feeling in terms of whether you're feeling worn down at that particular time or very stressed. And a really good example that I used with my patients yesterday was when you cut your hand. Because you cut your hand, right? And you want to show that to the camera. And that was washing dishes. Glass was broken, you cut your hand, you're looking after the kids at the same time, and then you realised after you cut it, and now it's healed and you've got that lovely scar there. But now when you mentioned the other day that sometimes when you wash dishes, the same pain will kick in, even though there's nothing cut there. But there's a signal obviously going to the brain, and something's happening, right? To trigger. It's just crazy, isn't it?
Yeah, I think there's a bit of anxiety when in terms of when I pick up that same cup and I put my hand in the same position. I think there's a memory that's been created, and something just gets activated where I then experience this feeling of pain.
And that's not conscious, right? Like you're not deliberately thinking, oh, I'm gonna...
No. And we know that the pain and emotion centres in the brain are very close together. So it's very difficult to separate the two, really. If you're experiencing pain, there will be some emotional aspect of that experience as well.
Okay, so you've taught me that pain is influenced by thoughts and feelings. So how do we kind of reverse engineer that?
First thing is to begin to notice the kinds of thoughts you're having when you have a flare-up or when you're struggling, or when things are good. You might notice you're having some positive thoughts, like I've been through a flare-up before, but I can cope, I can get through this. And that completely changes things around for you. So notice your thoughts, and then have a go at reframing and bringing in some positive statements that help you. They don't have to be positive statements like, oh, everything is fine and I'm not in pain, and that's unrealistic. But things that you can say to yourself that might help you, like this will pass, or that kind of thing.
One. I like the this will pass, or this too shall pass. What about, I remember you talking to me about when you're ill, and some people visualize like little Tetris men eating up their bacteria or their cancer. I used to do that when I was ill, and I was convinced that used to help me. I'm not too sure about that now. Oh, so that's not like
there is evidence for visualization. It's part of a broader, I guess you'd say, relaxation strategies to help to take your attention away from the pain.
Subscribe to learn more about chronic pain, and hopefully we can get you to do some visualization exercises, some progressive muscle relaxation, some guided stuff for the audience, because I think that'd be great. One last thing I wanted to share about was Usain Bolt. In his book called Boat Supremacy, where a reporter researched why Jamaican sprinters are so good, they said that the sprinters were able to put themselves to sleep within 30 seconds because they were able to get themselves to that state whenever they wanted, and they use that technique on the starting blocks because they can completely calm down their nerves and bring themselves into a state of just kind of being in flow and being in the moment, as opposed to thinking about the implications of the moment. So I think it'd be really useful to share with the audience later on in future episodes some of the techniques that you have insight on. So thanks a lot for tuning in, and stay tuned for more.